Do you feel overwhelmed when you open a sake list at a Japanese restaurant? You see kanji characters you cannot read and brands you have never heard of. Most people just point at a random bottle and hope for the best. But as a pharmacist, I know that guessing is not a good strategy for success. In the medical world, we use systems to avoid mistakes. In the sake world, we can do the exact same thing. If you guess, you might order a dry sake, but receive something that feels like rubbing alcohol. Or you might ask for a cold drink and get one that is lukewarm. These small mistakes can make you think you don't like sake. But the truth is, you just haven't found the right match for your palate. In this video, I will give you a complete system to master sake, ordering in 8 minutes. I call it the say, temp, and check method. I'm Rakuda, a certified sake sommelier, a practicing pharmacist. I look at sake through the lens of both culture and science. By the end of this video, you will walk into any izakaya with total confidence. Before we dive into the rules, let's look at the safe side principle. In pharmacy, we start with a safe dose. In sake, we start with a safe style. Sake is a fermented drink made from 4 simple ingredients: rice, water, koji, and yeast. Think of koji as the engine. It is a helpful fungus that turns rice starch into sugar. Then, yeast turns that sugar into alcohol and creates those beautiful aromas. Because sake is a natural living product, it is very sensitive to its environment. This is why ordering can feel like a gamble. But today I will give you 3 rules that act like a prescription for a perfect night. Rule 1, say safe phrases to guide the staff. Rule 2, temp is a dial, so we will find your perfect setting. Rule 3, check the bottle like a pro to ensure quality. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Start simple, start chilled, and let the experts help you. Rule 1 is all about communication. Menus in Japan can be 20 pages long. Even for me, a sommelier, it can be a lot to process. The secret is you don't need to know the brands. You need to know the direction. The staff know their lineup better than anyone. Your job is to give them a target. Step 1, the easy request. Start with something easy to drink, please. In Japanese, you can say, "Nomiyasui mono onegai shimasu." This signals that you want something balanced, not too heavy, not too funky. Step 2, defining the 3 directions. Sake generally moves in 3 directions: fruity, clean, or rich. Ask fruity, clean, or richer. What do you recommend? Fruity means aromas of apple, melon, or banana. Clean means it disappears quickly from your tongue, perfect for sushi. Richer means it has a savory mushroom or rice-like flavor, perfect for grilled meat. Step 3, avoiding the dry trap. This is the most important part of Rule 1. Many beginners say, "I want dry sake." In the West, dry means not sweet. But in Japan, dry karakuchi often means the sake has a high alcohol burn or a very sharp finish. If you ask for dry, you might get something very intense that overpowers your food. Instead, use the word clean or balanced. It tells the staff you want a smooth experience without the confusion of cultural definitions. Action item, open your phone notes right now. Type these 3 categories: fruity, clean, balanced. Next time you sit down, just show the screen to the staff. It works every time. Rule 2 is where the science of taste comes in. Sake is unique because it can be enjoyed from 5C to 55C. Think of temperature as a volume knob for flavor. The chilled zone, 10C to 15C. This is your safe default. When sake is cold, the sweetness is suppressed, and the acidity feels crisp. It's like a white wine. It hides minor flaws and feels refreshing. If it is your first time, always start here, the warm zone around 40C. Heating sake expands the molecules of aroma and brings out umami. Warm sake feels rounder and softer. If you are eating something warm like miso, soup, or a hot stew, warm sake is a soulmate for your meal. Simply ask, which sake is good warm? Oka ni omono wa dore desu ka? The danger zone above 55C. In the old days, people heated sake to boiling to hide bad quality. Over 55C, the alcohol begins to evaporate too fast. It will sting your nose and feel harsh in your throat. Avoid piping hot sake unless you really know the specific bottle can handle it. The Haya trap. This is a huge cultural misunderstanding. In modern Japanese, hiya sounds like cold. But historically, hiya meant room temperature. If you ask for hiya, the waiter might bring you a glass that is 20C. If you want it truly cold, use the word reishu, pronounced reishu. Reishu specifically means refrigerated sake. Rule 3 is for when you go to a liquor store or a supermarket. Buying sake is actually harder than ordering it in a restaurant. Why? Because sake is alive. It can die if it is treated poorly. As a pharmacist, I look at expiration dates and storage conditions for medicine. We must do the same for sake. Check when the fridge is your friend. Sake is sensitive to UV light and heat. Sunlight can turn sake light-struck, giving it a smell like burnt rubber or pickles. Heat can make it taste sour or musty. If you see a premium bottle sitting on a warm, sunny shelf, walk away. Always prioritize bottles kept in a dark, refrigerated section. Check 2 decoding the date. Sake does not usually have an expiration date, but a bottling date. Look for a string of numbers like 25.10. In Japan, we often use the era calendar. R710 means Reiwa 7, 2025, October. For beginners, newer is safer. Try to find a bottle that was packaged within the last 6 to 9 months. Check 3. The NAMA warning. You will see the word NAMA on some labels. This means unpasteurized or raw. Pasteurization is a heat treatment that kills bacteria and stabilizes the sake. NAMA sake is vibrant, zingy, and delicious, but it is extremely fragile. If you leave a NAMA bottle on your kitchen counter for 1 day, the flavor can change completely. For your first few purchases, choose a pasteurized non-NAMA bottle. It is more stable and will forgive you if you don't put it in the fridge immediately. As a pharmacist, I must give you a health note. Many people of Asian descent, and even some Westerners, have the alcohol flush reaction. This is when your face turns red and your heart beats fast. This happens because your body lacks the enzyme to break down acetaldehyde, a byproduct of alcohol. If this happens to you, don't worry, but listen to your body. Drink 1 glass of water for every 1 glass of sake. This is called Yawaragi Mizu Soothing Water. It keeps your palate fresh and prevents a hangover the next day. And of course, never drink if you are underage, pregnant, or planning to drive. A sake is more than just a drink. It is a gateway to Japanese culture. It can feel like a mountain to climb, but you don't have to do it alone. I have summarized everything we discussed today, the phrases, the temperatures, and the checks into a 1-page printable cheat sheet. You can download it for free in the link below. Put it on your phone or print it out for your next trip to Japan. On this channel, I am here to be your sake thought partner. I want to help you enjoy the moment, not worry about the label. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe and join our community. Now I have a question for you. What are you eating for dinner tonight? Is it sushi? Ramen? Maybe a steak? Leave a comment with your meal, and I will personally reply with the best direction word for you to try. Let's find your perfect sake together. Until next time, stay curious and drink safely. Cheers, or as we say in Japan, kanpai.
Thank you for watching sake visually. Subscribe for more visual sake guide. And now, kanpai.